Welcome back to Facts and Villain. You know the be done. This is my theme show. Ha ha! In fact, I need you guys not to be too proud. Full of pride to like and subscribe. Let me say this. Don't be too proud, full of pride to like and subscribe. You did. Let me say this. I want to get to you guys with some deep shit. I got a story for you. I'm running shit with you. I'm going to try to run it quick, but it's going to take a little bit because it's a story. And I want to tell this story on one of my friends. This is one of my closest friends, but he really turned to a social because I feel he didn't understand like the loyalty of the street. Like y'all always chasing hoes, but don't realize like his goals. And he a real like I don't want to just say loud dude, but he got something going for himself. Like he a rapper, one of my homeboys. He got a little buzz in the city, but I don't like the bud. I'm be honest, and it all started with this song he did. The song he did was called "Chopper in the Front Seat." Like he wanted to introduce me in the video. Some shit. I don't know what he was, but it wasn't no introduce. But he wanted me to be in the video with all the homeboys while he pointing guns in the video. I can't do that. That's like a disdain to my imagery. You know what I'm saying? Even though I rap a lot of tough street shit, but it's with a concept. I'm not gonna put myself out there. Anybody know I'm a gangster. I handle myself. I could take care of myself, but I'm not gonna be among idiots and kids. So long story short, now we give you a little bit of his insight, right? Like, okay, we chilling one day. Now let's get straight to the story. I'm telling you a story about a shootout that happened in front of my house. We chilling one day, and I'm gonna tell you he has no name. I'm gonna give everybody in the story names except him because we don't want to do people like that. But I pretty much gave you one of his songs, so. But we have to put that in perspective because a lot of people think shit can't get checked, and it's gonna get checked. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get checked one way or the other. So long story short, like I really thought folk was like real, but like Frank Idiot probably told me a long time ago, every folk ain't your folk, and I know now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just go like that. But long story short, well, it ain't gonna be no long story short, but I might say that every now and then. Forget. Anywho, what I'm finna do, just get straight to the point. We sitting there chilling in my homeboy car in front of my mother's house, right, with my mom's house on Rebel Street, where I'm from, Rebel Street. My homeboy got his assault rifle. I don't know why, but he just got it off. He was like he been doing whatever. I don't know. He not a he wasn't a robber at that time. I never known him to be a robber, but I did know like further down the line, might have got into some shit. Whatever, it doesn't matter who would take whatever. Let's get to the point. We sitting in the court and he just talking that King Daddy shit. Ladies, you know how the fellas do what fellas do. No, not them fellas do. He just like, yeah, I ain't playing with a nigga out here. I've been laying nigga ass out with this motherfucker here. I'm like, okay. We was talking about some comments, like some logical, like civil shit at first. And I don't know how he sweet. And then why I go to that personality and why me and him bumped heads, he just started talking hard. Yeah, I busted nigga ass out here because I ain't gonna play that shit with the. I like this dude. This your first gun. Your first gun. Well, anyway, long story short, I don't know if it was a 22 carbine, it's a 22 assault rifle. It was a assault rifle. It was a low caliber, but I don't know high caliber. It was 22, 25, 32 or something like that. Whatever. Long story short, a car pulled up. I mean, him in the car. It's his cousin. It's his cousin. Now I'm gonna give you his cousin a name. Short for his real name, but it's short. It's not his real name. It's part of his real name. G. We're gonna say G. Alright. G pulled up. G like, man, they up the tool on me. Now the reason he say up the tool, we all know that's Louisiana slang. He's from Louisiana. And G is about this. Why I used to fuck with G. Now I fuck with this is my fault. I fuck with his cousin on like harder than him on the real because I done rode out with his cousin on a whole bunch of shit more than him. Like just hop in the car, we finna go hit some shit up. Cause I know we get into some shit. Man, his cousin, like, I ain't just no killer like him. Nigga, he done body, he's a killer. But I'ma pop if I have to. I'ma pop off if I have to. I'ma go there with any motherfucker if I have to. I'm not backing down, period. Now, he know that's why he fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, he pulled up. I don't know why he never got no tool, neither I'll be up, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, he pulled up. He like, they up the tool on me. So we like, who the fuck is, hey, who the fuck is that? He's saying this While he's saying, they say, need the tool, give me the gun. He asking, I'm like, what the fuck he talking about? What is he talking about? What's going on here? What's going on? So I paying attention to that. We looking at him observing the scene like that. A car pull up in Rebel Street like this, right? And then you have right in front of my neighbor house is cattle. They pull right in front of my neighbor house on cattle, like a couple of inches from my house, right in the middle of the street, and just park right there, just start dumping. Pow, pow, shooting everywhere in front of my house. So they dump. We get out the car. We're like, oh shit. Now, remember, my homeboy, Mr. Chopper in the front seat. That's what we're going to call him, Chopper in the front seat. That's his song. The Chopper in the front seat, Mr. Chopper in the front seat. Now, this is fucked up. I'm going to tell you what's fucked up part, but I'm not going to get on that. Mr. Chopper in the front seat got that's fucked up too. It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. He got his chopper, whatever you want to call it. That's not a chopper. You want to call it that. But long story short, stay on point. He got his gun in his hand. Why they shooting at us out of the car? Loaded, fully loaded. His cousin G look at him and say, what the fuck you doing? That's the same thing I was shocked. I'm like, I'm about to get hit in the head looking at this dude like, what the fuck is you doing? He said what's on all our mind. He snatched the gun from his own cousin. Like, nigga, you ain't gonna use it, get in here. You know what I'm saying? And he just started shooting. So I'm walking up the driveway, like running up the driveway, like, you know what I'm saying? Because my mother's house has a whole bunch of bricks, right? You know what I'm saying? Ever been to Rebel Street? You ever seen one of my houses that had a brick garage that covers the cars, but you can bag them out of it? Long story short, it's like a brick driveway. So I'm walking up in the bricks, like, you know what I'm saying? But I come back out, and I'm like, bullets passing my head. I'm like, oh shit, that busting. Bah, bah, bah. But my man G, which is Mr. Chopper in the front seat cousin, he started retaliating fire with the carbine. I don't know if it was 25, 22, but I know it was a low caliber. He was pow, 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 but it was spit. He was pow, pow, pow. So he busting at him. When I heard this, like the third, second bullet almost passed my ear, like it had to be like the second. I was like, oh shit, that was too close. These motherfuckers are some shooters. They can shoot. They actually, whoever was in that car, which I know it was, he had some accuracy like a motherfucker. I gotta give it to him. I ain't gonna lie to a nigga could shoot. And if it was only by so much of, I'm pretty sure if a bullet passed my ear, it could have been any one of us that a bullet passed ear. I heard people saying, bullet passed their ears. All of us could have got hit. But long story, we out there. Long story short, we out there. After that, I think when I bust my last shot, I seen my man G, which is Mr. Chopper in the front seat cousin. He with the chopper. With his carbine assault rifle, with his cousin's assault rifle, he started busting, but he stopped once and I was wondering why he did, because my gun was like, I think the loudest. So I say it had to be in the highest caliber, because my gun was louder than the rifle. So when I shot, it really fucked his head. It was like, what the fuck was that? And he made him think like I was close to him or something like that. But long story short, I wanted to ask him, which I did afterwards, but we'll get to that. Like, I want to make sure I'm saying I'm not missing any part. Alright. Now, that final shot happens. I'm talking about that pow, pow, pow. They lighting up everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. They shooting like a motherfucker. So I'm like, what the fuck what kind of handgun is that? It ain't got no motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna never be empty. Long story short, after that happened, I started to run. When I started to see them drive off, I'm not running away. They started to drive off. Because when I bust my last shot, bah, my homeboy stopped shooting. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with G? You know what I'm saying? Why he stopped shooting? I asked him later on, he said he thought I was getting close to, he thought I was aiming it too close to his head. I said, man, I got to aim, man. Everybody know I can shoot at bottles from 25 feet. He like, y'all forget, man. But I'm like, bro, I'm not going to do it. That's the main thing. The reason why I went up the driveway was like, I don't want to hit nobody on my side. That's why I was like, I went up the driveway, came back, and literally all of it's open. Even through the bricks, it's holes in the bricks. You can get hit as long as you got to be directly behind the brick. But I went up the driveway because I want to make sure I have my clear lane to shoot and return fire without anyone getting hurt on friendly fire from my side. So I'm like, all right, let me go and hit it. So I bust, pow, pow, pow. When I bust my last shot, G stopped shooting. Then the car started to drive off. But the whole time, I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? Period. But I'm still
cohesive, like what's going on. Like I start chasing after the car. As it started to drive out, I'm like, you gonna light my whole house up? Like you tripping. I teach y'all. So I started to run after the car. I ended up tripping over a branch in the middle of the yard. It's a root that pop up from the tree, what do you call them type of roots when they keep popping up from concrete? And y'all know what I mean. The tree stems when they pop up through the ground, they supposed to be cut and everything, whatever. I tripped on that like a tree stem branch out of a root out of the ground. I tripped on that motherfucker to show you how real it was. I'm like, damn, I failed. You know what I'm saying? When I'm dizzy, I hit the ground so hard. I'm like, damn, like a dust, like dirty got in my face a little bit. I'm like, oh shit, I hope I don't lose no cool points or no gangster points over this shit. Oh Lord. So after that shit happened, I'm like, Lord Jesus, I hope these niggas see me. But everybody seen me. So I look up like, what's going on? Like the car is gone. That's the main reason I was running. I'm like, nah, you ain't finna do all this. That's why I'm saying I'm the one that was doing the chasing after the car. All us out there, I was the only one chasing after the car. I ended up falling, chasing after the car. This was part that fuck shit up. You like, damn, it is fucked up. I look up, guess what my G, my folk is. I see my mama coming out the door, right? Mama walking out the door. My homeboy right behind my mama in my house. My mama house, bro. I don't live with my mama no more, but right? Like my mama coming out the door. This the door. She coming out. And I'm like, okay, look at mama. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This oh, the next mama said, I'm like, this my nigga, this Mr. Trap in the front seat. So I said to myself, oh Lord. Oh my God, this nigga's a character. This nigga that ran up in my house with my mama. You know what I'm saying? My mama come out. The first thing she says, why y'all all out in the open? And show you, my mama was straight with the shit. She's like, what is y'all? My mama's a holy road, let me tell you that. But like she gets some of the gangster from my grandma. Like that's the only reason she get there sometimes. She's a holy road. And she's not one of them type of mothers. She don't drink, smoke, none of that. Sometimes she tries to drink some wine and hang with the big dogs, you know what I'm saying? She's a softie. But she can get hard when she have to. She's a Taurus. Taurus can get hard. So she like, why y'all in the open? What the hell's wrong with y'all? Y'all ain't behind no cover. What's up with that? I said the same thing. But the whole thing, let me remind y'all, I'm getting up off the ground. How come everybody thought I was shot, yo? You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I don't know about G. I have to ask him. I don't think G said something about he might have thought, but he didn't know. G like, I ain't think, you know. But long story short, G a real live case. Like, case. Gangster. Like, killer. Ain't nothing wrong putting it out there. Everybody know, but anyway, nobody know who I'm talking about. If they do, fuck them. Okay. My nigga, Mr. Chopper in the front seat, just told all this shit. I'm a bust a nigga ass with this motherfucker. I look up after I trip off the ground trying to run towards the core. I'm running towards the core down the yard. So after I come out the drive, I'm they start running. They start driving off. I start running. I trip, boom, hit the ground, face first. And I'm like, oh shit, I hope I don't lose no gangster points behind this shit. So after that, I get up. I see my homeboy walking out I see my mama walking out. Then my homeboy behind. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's fucking nature. My home. After it was all said and done, you know what I'm saying? Make sure we all straight, we all safe. You know what I'm saying? The shooting society, everybody come outside. Like, what the fuck going on? My homeboy was like, man, I thought you got shot. This is what he told me out of his mouth. Mr. Chopper in the front seat told me out of his mouth. He's like, I thought you got shot. Somebody else told me. Now I'm gonna tell you how you know the gangsters from the real. Nobody else said they thought I got shot. Like I said, I didn't hear that from G. My brother was in the house. I can say that he was in the house. He came out after with my mama. Just he was in the house. He would say he didn't see anything. I got shot. This how you know my mom. She said, "Boy, I knew you feel when I came out there." I said, "What this dumb boy that tripped over?" She said, as soon as I came out, I said, "Oh, he feel, he all right." That's a shame. So my homeboy running the house. So it mean he seen me fall, and instead of come towards me to check and see if I was hit, he ran in the house and behind my to go get my mama or behind my mama. Or, it's just whatever. I ain't trying to. And it's like, would it be betraying to his fans or whatever? Man, I'm just tell the truth. Like some shit ain't real. Like listen to my stories. Like man, like if it don't add up, it don't add up. Like, and this shit like disappointed me, like hurt my heart because this and then it came up under me, like studied my style, studied a lot of shit I talk, like rapping, gangster, street, like everything me and his brothers was. Like, I remember he's like, man, y'all niggas smoke weed, y'all gonna die, go to hell. Now he smoke weed. Or we was gangsters of GD's growth in the village. I mean, he wanted to be, it's not it's the game is open to everybody. We not here to, you know what I'm saying, hard like, oh, you don't want to be with. We sharing love with everybody. Brothers of the struggle. That's what we do. We family no matter what, growth and development. But it's like through better or worse, you supposed to have your folk back. But it's like, maybe because I don't know, he just don't know. He ain't grew up under the circle of shit we went through. And I had to realize that I had to put it out there like in true perspective to tell the truth. Like my nigga really said like out his mouth. This is the nigga that's holding the chopper chop in the front seat. Mama told me whoop the whoop. I whack a nigga if I don't see my mom. Whatever you trying to say in the videos. But long story short, it goes to that infantry shit, and I be like, niggas ain't loyal, bro. They ain't really loyal. Like, if I seen one of my homeboys, yeah, I'm gonna come pick you up. Like, hey, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? You good? You good? You good? All right, you good? All right, dust yourself off. But he just showed me like, dudes ain't built like that. Real talk, my nigga. This just ain't built like that. And I just seen from a lot of times before. It's not just this. It's like I get tired of like a lot of my homeboys trying to play something they not. Like I was telling one of my other homeboys, this is one of my other homeboys' name. This is really his real name. It's nickname, you know what I'm saying? Not G, the one we was just discussing. The chopper in the front seat cousin. No, this is actually one of my other folks, G. And I had to get on his ass. I'm like, G, you done bought pussy before. You know what I'm saying? How can you ever talk to me like crazy, bro? Like we had a situation where he was saying something like I let him borrow some money. Oh, I gave him some weed. Just what it was. Instead of say the weed was go get some better weed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or can we go get some better weed? I let him borrow some of my weed. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. He was like, this weed trash. And he was like, I'm smoking this trash ass weed you gave me, which is cool. It's cool to say it, but instead of just say, I'm never tripping him on no money. If I could, whatever. So I'm like, just take me, go get the weed back, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little small, little sack, whatever. Long story short, I just did him a favor because I didn't have time to go to the hood. It's another story for another time. So long story short, I give him my personal sack. He didn't like it, whatever. I'm like, man, quit talking shit, man. I ain't got patience like I fucking used to, bro. I'm not in the streets like that. But let me tell him, this is why I was really upset because I'm like, you talking fly shit, it's alright to cap with your homeboys. We use cap, we say talking shit. But y'all say like loud. No, we back in our day, cap mean we talking shit. We cap it, we to fire your ass up. So you wanna cap with me and talk shit. But the long story of you don't do that with your baby mamas, my nigga. And I get fed up with it because long story short, your baby mom, this is another story. You fuck your baby mama fuck your homeboy while you in the house. Like you don't do nothing to her. You don't discipline her. You don't get on her ass. You don't pimp her. You don't mac her. You don't send her. You don't get no cash out of her. She don't keep little boy on you. And this is a real story. Y'all probably think, what the fuck he talking about now? No, this is another story. And I think this is another story for another time, which I'm going to talk about. But I just thought I wanted to add this on because there's so much resemblance. But let me keep with it. His baby mother actually slept with my other folk. Like, you be like, what the fuck? I had to get on my other folk ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be real. I get on my other folk ass for sleeping with his baby mother, but it ain't got shit to do with me. I'm like, man, why you sleep with that nigga baby mama? You wanna go be a blood, a crip? They do that shit all the time. Forgive me for disrespecting, but I'm not disrespecting, but I'm just speaking humble, respectfully facts. I'm like, this is an organization. We family. We don't do shit like that. It's codes and laws, bro. I thought you was family. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that to your folk? So I tell them all this shit. Take over my folk, all this shit. But I get into it with my folk. I'm like, bro, you alright to cat with me if you cat with your females like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to cat or joke, whoop the whoop the whoop. You don't talk to females like that. It made me feel played. I don't care. It's just some fly. Same thing I got with my homeboy from New Orleans. Now I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Like, damn, he remind me of that, but I'm not gonna go too deep into detail. Like he'll talk about how he'll shot niggas, killed niggas, and his baby mama curses him out like a motherfucker. He won't do nothing. Now let's get back to G.
the homeboy actually let my other folk homeboy like fuck his baby mama while he was in the house right there watching. Whatever, however, I don't even think about that sick shit. But the whole time, he be like, I didn't give a fuck. I told him to do it. What do I say? What you think like females attracted to that? This is why I tell him, like, long story short. You been known to, you told me before you bought pussy. I never bought, and I'm not judging on it. I never bought pussy. So I tell men all the time, treat me how you treat yourself. And no, actually treat me how I want to be treated, because you might treat yourself like shit. So I want to be treated a certain way. If you're not a type of certain individual with your lady as you is with your homeboys, I'm not gonna kick you with you. I guarantee I'm gonna study you like a fish, and once I get your ocean pattern down, I'm gonna avoid your ass like a motherfucker, because I'm a Pisces and I'm not gonna deal with that shit. Period. Because my attitude is I handle everybody ruthless. If you come off ruthless, you're gonna get handled ruthless. A woman don't come sit at this table unless you got something doing, pursuing, I mean bringing me some other than her shit renewal. I need money now. You know what I'm saying? Like the AP, like what they call it, the APB commercial, whatever, the ARP commercial. I need money. It's my money. I need it now. And that's how I feel. So with that being said, I said that to say this. Let's get back to my man. Dudes got shit twisted, bro. A lot of dudes got shit twisted, bro. They not who they portraying. And reason I mentioned my homeboy G, just like I mentioned my homeboy Mr. Chopper the Francis, is because he said something one day like, you gotta quit portraying a gangster image. Like, what? No, you need to tell that to when you letting a woman or a dude fuck your baby mama while you in the house, your homeboy. Like, what you think other women gonna be attracted to that because you bypassive, you pass aggressive? Then one day he had a nerve to tell. I remember his little girlfriend or something like that. She was telling me he tells her every time a dog come around, the dog doesn't like him because he's an alpha male. No, you're not an alpha male. I'm sorry to tell you, if you're paid for sex, you're not an alpha male. I'm just telling you. Let's just get this shit out the way. If you ever pay for sex, you're not an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? I can break the shit down to you. An alpha male is not gonna pay for no sex, man. I'm just sorry to tell you, bro. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I don't even think a beta male would. You more like omega male. You know what I'm saying? At that point in your life, just being period, being realistic with you guys. But I want to get back to this story where it hurt my heart when dudes start to portray an image that's not them. Then I look up and I'm with my homeboy in front of my mother's house. A shootout occurs. Then this happens. It's just like that. It's tragic. Like, so I really lived that. And I'm just saying, I just seen so much shit. So with that shootout happen, I'm saying to myself, my nigga gonna do something. It's just fast. Let's do a fast forward whole take real quick. He jumps up. His cousin snatches the gun, starts shooting at the guys. Boom, 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 boom. I come out of nowhere. They shooting at bullets passing my head. Boom, 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 boom. I return fire. Bah, bah. But while he's shooting the combine assault rifle, bah, bah. And all of a sudden, when I bust my phone, he heard that motherfucker so close to his ear and it was so loud, he stopped shooting. And when I busted them, they just drove off after they returned their last shot, and I returned mine. And I started chasing them down. My trip. Everybody, I'm gonna say not everybody. For this dude, really the thing, like I got hit and the run inside my house. I'm like, man, some nigga scared. But long story short, we finna prove going. This icing on the case. I see his cousin, the next day. His cousin even said out of his mouth. Now this has to be documented and said. His cousin say out of his mouth, man, don't never kill nobody in front of him. This is what his he say, I'm warned. He say, I ain't gonna do it, and don't you ever do it. He say, man, you can't kill nobody in front of him, man. And don't tell him if he gonna tell. And that's my cousin. I say he set up there, watch this with our life on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, damn, you scared to kill a nigga trying to kill you? It's self-defense. Nah, nigga, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He say, nigga, I'd have been. Now that man got his hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? He did his cousin got his hands dirty. Now his cousin said that, G, like I ain't fucking with that nigga, like. That nigga some hoe. He was like disappointed in him. And I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to say too much offensive. You know what I'm saying? But G wasn't happy with his own cousin. So it's like I was like, I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? I already knew like he wasn't like what we was when we grew up. And
maybe he's just coming to his own street. But just to be honest, to be like really professional about what I say in journalism, man, he was scared. You know what I'm saying? He was scared. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with being scared sometimes, man. Get scared. But it was just not the time. And I feel like he was timid. More timid, just as scared. And that doesn't go together. Sometimes, man, we get brave through the worst of situations. Just on the only thing I kept on saying, like, a bullet hit through my, she didn't hit my mama. You see what I'm saying? That's why mama knew I was out there. Like, nigga, my mom. This is what my mama said. You gonna like this? My mama said, "Who that boy shooting?" She said, as soon as I heard all that gunfire, I said, "Who that boy shooting at?" That's why I'm glad I ain't turned it out. I'm glad I ain't told y'all that part. My mother say, as soon as I heard all that shooting out, that's why I say, much as I on here, I love that lady because she done supported me through some crazy shit. And you know, we just ain't always on point. But she said it out loud. She's like, as soon as I heard the gunshot in the house, I said, who that boy shooting at now? Who we out there getting shooting? Oh, Lord. That's why she said, when I came out, I see you on the ground, I said, look who this boy that tripped over was stick with his dumb self. She said, I already knew you failed. She's like, when I saw, look who he failed. What? Look at him, he looks so silly. Like, oh my God, I was so like, so I felt so bad. But my whole time, like, man, you ain't got time. I feel embarrassed. You alive, man. Get out that cool daddy shit. Cause I be hating when I trip over shit. My homeboy tell me that. Like, you a clumsy ass poet. I'm fresh, like when I'm on my shit, I could be watching, but when I move too fast, I can get sloppy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I start dropping money, tripping and shit. And like I move a certain way, I'm smooth, and you be like, damn, I like the way you move. Ladies like it, just very much attractive type of movement frequency. But when I move fast, oh my God, I get clumsy, the motherfucker. And she was saying that too. She like, I knew. So I said that to say this. Oh, you guys enjoyed the conversation. I had to put the truth out there. I had to tell by the time, you know, this situation, this shootout